Chelsea fans, a seismic transfer window is shaking Stamford Bridge. Joao Felix is on the verge of a $45 million exit, and Enzo Maresca's squad overhaul is in full swing with 14 stars up for grabs. This is Chelsea News TV, your go-to for the latest Blues updates. Today we're diving deep into Felix's potential move back to Benfica, Chelsea's incoming signings, and the massive clear-out Maresca is orchestrating. Why does this matter? It's a defining moment for Chelsea's future, and we're breaking it all down with exclusive insights. Stick around for the full story. Let's start with the big one, Joao Felix. Chelsea shelled out $45 million for the 25-year-old forward last August, signing him to a 7-year deal. But his time at Stamford Bridge has been a flop. Just 3 Premier League starts under Maresca, and he was shipped out on loan to AC Milan in January. Milan weren't impressed either. His third loan spell in 2 years did nothing to revive his career. Now, Benfica, where Felix first burst onto the scene, are in advanced talks for a permanent return. Manager Bruno Lage and President Rui Costa believe they can reignite the spark that made him a $113 million talent when he left for Atletico Madrid in 2019. His agent, Jorge Mendes, is working his magic to make this happen fast. With the Club World Cup looming on June 15th, Chelsea want him gone and Benfica want him ready for their opener against Boca Juniors. Could this be the fresh start Felix needs? Why is Chelsea so eager to offload him? Maresca inherited a bloated squad, a mishmash of talent that doesn't fit his vision. Felix is just the tip of the iceberg. The Blues are reportedly ready to wave goodbye to 14 players. Who else is on the chopping block? Forwards. Noni Madueke, Christopher Nkunku, and Raheem Sterling are all up for sale. Goalkeepers Robert Sanchez and George Petrovic might be out the door. Defenders Renato Vega, Ben Chilwell, Axel Disasi, Wesley Fofana, and Trevor Chalobah are surplus to requirements. Midfielders Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, Carney Chukwuemeka, and Leslie Ugochukwu round out the list. This is a ruthless clear-out. Maresca's not messing around. He wants a lean, mean Chelsea machine. Let's talk about Carney Chukwuemeka specifically. The 21-year-old midfielder who joined from Aston Villa for $20 million in 2022 is another casualty of Maresca's plans. Currently on loan at Borussia Dortmund, he's made just 1 start this season and sits low in the pecking order. Dortmund are in talks with Chelsea to extend his loan for the Club World Cup, but here's the kicker. They have no interest in triggering his $30 million buy option. Todd Bowley's hopes of a permanent sale are fading fast. Chukwuemeka's got suitors in the Premier League and Europe, but his future at Chelsea looks bleak while Maresca's in charge. What do you think, Blues? Should Chelsea keep pushing to sell, or is there still potential in Chukwuemeka? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you're loving this breakdown, give us a quick like. Now, let's shift gears to the incomings. Chelsea aren't just clearing house, they're building for the future. The Blues have already sealed a $30 million deal for Ipswich Town's Liam Delap. The 22-year-old striker scored 12 goals in a relegated Ipswich side last season, catching the eye of Newcastle and Manchester United. But Chelsea swooped in, triggering his release clause. Why Delap? He's a powerful, goal-hungry forward who could lead the line ahead of Nicholas Jackson, who's suspended after a red card. Delap's medical is done, and Fabrizio Romano confirms he's officially a Blue. With the Club World Cup kicking off June 16th against Leon, Maresca wants Delap ready to fire. But there's a catch. Delap's also part of England's U21 squad for the European Championships starting June 12th. Will he prioritize club or country? That's a dilemma to watch. Chelsea's not stopping there. They've got their sights on Eintracht Frankfurt's Hugo Ekitike. The 22-year-old striker smashed 22 goals and 12 assists in 48 games this season. Frankfurt won $84 million, a steep price, but Chelsea are pushing hard. Sky Deutschland reports further talks have happened, and the Blues are stepping up efforts despite Ekitike's recent back injury. Could he be the missing piece in Maresca's attack? Or is $84 million too much for a player recovering from injury? Let's hear your take in the comments. Another exciting target, Athletic Bilbao's Nico Williams. The 22-year-old winger who racked up 19 assists last season and starred in Spain's Euro 2024 triumph is a serious prospect. Chelsea have told his agents they're ready to pay his $50 million release clause. But there's a hurdle. Williams' camp is demanding $400,000 a week, which would make him Chelsea's highest paid player. That's a bold ask for a player with just 5 goals and 5 assists in La Liga this season. Simon Phillips reports Williams loves the idea of London and the Premier League, but his heart's set on Barcelona. Will Chelsea's ambition win him over, or is this a risky move? And with Jadon Sancho's $25 million permanent transfer collapsing over wage demands, Chelsea are freeing up funds. Sancho's heading back to Manchester United after a mixed loan spell, capped by a stunner in the Conference League final. Is Williams the upgrade Chelsea need on the wing? Defensively, Chelsea are also making moves. Mamadou Sarr, a 19-year-old centre-back from Strasbourg, is set to join for $20 million. Blueco's ownership of both clubs made this deal smooth. Sarr's transfer is expected to be official in hours, and he'll join Chelsea for the Club World Cup. Maresca will assess him in the USA before deciding whether to keep him or loan him back to Strasbourg. At 19, Sarr's a long-term investment, but can he break into this competitive squad? And let's not forget Dario Essugo, the 20-year-old midfielder from Sporting Lisbon. Chelsea secured him for $18 million back in March, and he's now officially a Blue. Like Delap and Sarr, he's gearing up for the Club World Cup. Essugo's arrival adds depth to a midfield that's losing Chukwuemeka, Dewsbury Hall, and Hugo Ekitike. Maresca's clearly building a younger, hungrier squad. So what does this all mean for Chelsea? Maresca's vision is bold. Offload deadwood, bring in dynamic talent, and compete on multiple fronts. The Club World Cup starting June 14th is a massive test. Chelsea's 4th place finish with 69 points and a plus 21 goal difference secured Champions League football. But they're not settling. Delap, Ekitike, Williams, Sarr, and Essugo signal ambition. But with 14 players potentially leaving, including big names like Sterling and Felix, the squad's undergoing a dramatic transformation. Can Maresca balance youth and experience? Will these new signings gel in time for the Club World Cup? Let's zoom out for context. Chelsea's transfer strategy under Bowley has been chaotic, but Maresca's taking control. The $45 million spent on Felix was a gamble that didn't pay off. His fall from a $113 million prodigy to a lone journeyman is a cautionary tale. Meanwhile, Delap's $30 million deal looks like a steal, and Sarr's $20 million move could be a masterstroke. But Ekitike's $84 million price tag and Williams' wage demands raise questions. Is Chelsea's spending sustainable, or are they risking a... Here's a stat to chew on. Chelsea's 14 outgoing players have a combined transfer value of over $200 million. If Maresca can recoup even half of that, it funds their incoming deals. But selling players like Sterling, Chilwell, and Nkunku won't be easy. They're on high wages and have underperformed. What's your take, Blues? Who's the toughest to offload? Let us know below. As we wrap up, Chelsea's summer is heating up. Felix's exit is close, new faces are arriving, and Maresca's revolution is underway. The Club World Cup is just days away, and the Blues are gearing up for a statement. Subscribe to Chelsea News TV for daily updates on every deal, rumor, and tactical shift. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. What's next for Chelsea? Will Ekitike or Williams join the ranks? Drop your predictions in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, up the Chels.